Okay, finally we made it. Good evening, everyone. It's great to have you all on board. It's on the time with Tuto.io, the Enthusiastic Tuto. And in today's tutorial, we're going to be taking the revision class for, of course, GST202. It's been a wonderful one with the course. It's a lot of discovery, all right, a lot of unsolving mysteries. It's been wonderful both on YouTube and in the Telegram classes. Believe me, it's been wonderful also. So today we are just going to refresh back. We are going to try to refresh back on all what we have been learning throughout the semester during the course of 5 months on YouTube and Telegram. And we're going to be taking more sub-objective questions, although some of our questions have objectives in the exam. We come across questions with objectives, true or false, most time, sub-objective questions. So we are taking the sub-objective questions in this revision, and we are expected to all provide answers to the questions that will be written in a moment on the whiteboard. So let's all put on our thinking caps. For those of us who are yet to get the exam keynote of this course, you don't want to go and write your exam without having to study the keynotes. Keynotes are highly effective and essential for your studying. And most importantly, complement the keynote with what we call the exam practice questions and answer. All these are all available. Just reach out to us on our official website, www.tutorial.net, where you find the WhatsApp button on the top right-hand corner. You use the WhatsApp button, it takes you directly to Tutorials DM, and you can make the request, send you the requirements, and the keynote thereafter. With this being said, let's hop straight into today's and for those of us who are not aware that we have our private class, which I encourage a lot of you, all right, a lot of students to join early. And when you join early, we can take a lot of questions. Beg your pardon, we can take a lot of courses without. Okay, we can take a lot of courses without rushing. Okay, Miss, someone is asking if all is well. Yes, it's just a thing with the network, but finally we have been able to resolve that. And even in MTH 105 class, which I just concluded before coming to this live, we just asked you, we could even take much questions, just have to touch here and there, and we call it a wrap. So now, without further ado, let's just start. It's getting late, and some of us have been at work all day, so I wouldn't want to hold us forever. So let's just take a few questions, and we can call it a wrap for tonight. The word dash is derived from the Latin word confligere. The word dash is derived from the Latin word confligere. The Latin word dash is derived from the Latin word confligere. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Let's keep the answers rolling in. Yes, is derived from the word conflict. Yes, the word conflict is derived from the Latin word confligere. Awesome. Please, let's make this class interactive. Let's use the comment section. We have conflict. Now, question 2. Okay. Question 2. It says, okay, a dash is a person, group, or institution that directly inflicts violence or abuse against a person or a group of persons. Like I usually say, everything we do on this stream, everything we do on these channels is basically for educational purpose, all right? Nothing more, nothing less. We don't inflict, we don't encourage, we don't incite violence. All right. So take note of that, please. So now it says here that a dash is a person who inflicts, all right, or abuse, who inflicts, all right, or abuse, let's put it this way, who inflict violence on another person. It's a very long question, so I'm just trying to see how I can cut it short. It's a very long question, but I'm just trying to see how I can cut it short. Yes. So we have that. It says here, a dash is a person who inflicts violence on another person. So what do we call that? Okay. Wonderful. Yes. A perpetrator. Yes. Thank you very much. A perpetrator. We have question 3. It says, dash is when a person makes an informed choice to agree freely and voluntarily to do something. All right? Agree freely to do something. All right? Okay? Dash is when a person agrees freely to do something. Okay? Wonderful. Yes. Please note that your question will be twisted. Please note that your questions will not come directly. So if you have the concept behind a question, then it is easy for you to decipher. I think this is what it is, and from there you can give the correct answer. Consent. Wonderful. Dash is forcing or attempting to force another person to engage in behavior against their will by using threats. So now let's reduce that. Let's repurpose that question. Let's rephrase it. Dash is forcing, all right, someone to act against their will or against their wish. Let's put that way. Against their wish. So what do we call this? When you force somebody to act against his or her wish with the use of threat, yes, let's keep the answers rolling in. Wonderful question. Yes, question. Thank you very much for that. So we have that as that. Question 5. It says, dash is the, now the term dash is used to denote social characteristics. Dash, the term dash is used to denote social characteristics. Dash, the term dash is used to denote social characteristics. Okay. Let's keep the answers rolling in. The term dash is used to denote social characteristics. Yes, wonderful. Gender, awesome. So we have question 6. The greatest, okay, now let's take this. Okay, thank you for that, Miss Abel. Now let's take this. Okay. The conciliator is appointed by the dash of conflicting parties. The conciliator is appointed by the dash of the conflicting parties. All right, is appointed. Let's use this upon the dash upon the dash of the conflicting parties. Wonderful. Upon the agreement, yes. Upon the agreement of the conflicting, a conciliator is not imposed. That's what we are trying to achieve here. A conciliator is not imposed. It has to be upon the agreement that, okay, I think we need to bring in somebody to help us solve this issue. When dash, we are trying to persuade each other to see things our own way. When dash, we try to persuade each other to see things our own way. Okay. We have that as that. So who's helping us with that? Wonderful. When negotiating, not negotiation, ma. It doesn't fit in the context. Mrs. Regina, negotiation does not fit. The answer is correct. But when negotiation, it doesn't fit in this context. The usage of word is very important. The context of the usage of word, very important. When negotiating goes well than when negotiation. So it is when negotiating, all right, we try to persuade each other. I think I've even, can we see the board? I think I've overused. Okay, yeah, it's clear enough. So I think we can take one more question before we erase the board. So we have question 8. It says here, a lot of points here. Just trying to take few of them. For those of us who have not gotten the keynote, let's ensure to request for it after this class. It's very important. Okay. Now let's take this question. It says, okay, Dean is addressing while at the same time promoting healing and rule of law. Peace building is addressing dash. Peace building is addressing, all right, dash, okay, wrongdoing. While at the same time, okay, promoting healing and rule of law. promoting healing and rule of law. Peace building is addressing dash wrongdoing while at the same time promoting healing and rule of law. Okay, who's happy with that? Wonderful. Yes. Past. Awesome. Yes. Past. Correcting past wrongdoing. Yes. Correcting past wrongdoing. Yes. Wonderful. So let's take a few more questions and we'll call it wrap for tonight. I don't want to hold us very late. I don't want to hold us very late tonight because some of us might need to get some rest so that we can prepare for, all right, we can prepare for the exam tomorrow. So let's just take a few more questions and we call it a wrap. So we have question 9. Okay, let's take some more questions from more resource. For those of us doing MKT206 and part 251, the exam keynote of those courses will be ready soon. And we apologize for the delay. Okay? We apologize for the delay. It's not so easy for us, but we just have to do the needful because this is what we have signed up for. And we must stick to whatever promise we have promised. Conflicts could be contradiction from differences in dash. Could be contradiction from differences, okay, in dash. Contradiction from differences, okay, in dash. So who's helping with that? Contradiction from differences in dash. Okay. Wonderful. Yes. Contradiction from differences in interests. Please don't just copy out questions. Let's ensure to answer questions. Participate. Yes, thank you very much for that. Contradictions from interests. You know, when you begin to feel like this person wants to outsmart me, when you begin to feel like this person is trying to take advantage, this person is trying to do this, trying to do that, conflict is around the corner. When there's contradiction in interests, when the person is not seeing the same way you are seeing, conflict is around the corner. Yes, we have interest. I said control 10. Number 10. Now it says, bringing a third party to intervene with respect to a conflict is called dash. All right. I don't think this question is good enough, but let's just give it a shot. It could be a lot of things, but let's just give it a shot. Bringing a third party to intervene with respect to a conflict is dash. A third party to intervene, okay, with respect, all right, to a conflict is called dash. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Is that Mr. or Miss Ovo? Wonderful. It's called mediation. Thank you for that, Miss Omotayo. Miss Ovo, or is it Mr. Ovo? Have you gotten the keynote? If you have not gotten the keynote, for those of us who have not gotten the keynote, let's ensure to request after this class. Just head straight to our official website, www.tutorio.com. Okay, or .net, I beg your pardon. Find the WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner. Then you can use it to send me a direct DM. So we have mediation. Question 12. It says, dash is a long-term process that occurs after violence has slowed down. Miss Faith, CEO, says, how do I get the keynotes, please? Miss Faith, all you need to do is just to go to the website, our official website, www.tutorio.net. You can go to Google or use your browser, any which one, or you can search Tutorio in now. It takes you directly to our website. So you see it on Google, tutorio.net. When you click on tutorio.net, any page at all on our website, there's always a WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner. That WhatsApp button, when you click on it, it sends you directly to my DM. And from there, you can request, tell you the requirements, and as soon as you respond, it will be sent to you. Now it says, dash is a long-term process. All right, that occurs after, okay, violent conflicts are slowed down. After violent conflict has slowed down. Okay, so we have that as that. So who's helping us with that? Awesome. Peace building. I'm just going to abbreviate that. Peace building. Question 13. 13 says, okay, the physical removal of the means of combat from ex-belligerents is dash. The physical the physical removal. Physical removal of what? Physical removal of the means of combat. Combat from, okay, combat from ex belligerents. All right, from ex belligerent is known as, put that way, is known as dash. The physical removal of the means of combat from ex belligerent is known as dash. Wonderful. We have disarmament. Awesome. Wonderful. Yes. Thank you very much for that, everyone. That is called disarmament. I'm seriously exhausted. Just trying to keep myself going. Okay. That should be disarmament, not just disarm. Now look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Is it? It's like this. Disarm. Okay. Then we have armament. So it's disarmament. All right. Please let's think about all this. There is a dis, there's a harm, and there's an armament. So we have question 14. Yes. Value. Value-based conflict. Okay. Yes. Value-based conflict. Question 15. It says, the first stage of conflict whereby a problem emerges and act is, okay, just a moment. The first stage of conflict whereby a problem emerges and act is dash. Let's put it this way. The first stage of conflict whereby a problem emerged, a problem emerged is called dash stage. Is called dash stage. Okay? Is called dash stage. Okay? We have that as that. Also, Okay, wonderful. Formation, formation. Awesome. Yes. Formation stage. Okay. Now let's squeeze in one more question here before we take the last batch. Okay. It says here, this question, I can't remember how many times I saw it in the TME. The settlement of international disputes between states usually take place at dash. The settlement of international disputes the settlement of international disputes between states usually takes place at dash. Thank you for that, ma. International Court of Justice. Yes, thank you very much for that. International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice. Yes. So I'm going to abbreviate that. International Court of Justice, ICJ. So now let's take the last set of questions. Okay, just four more to go. Four more questions to go, and we'll call it a wrap for today. I'm expecting nothing less than A from anyone being discussed. Every one of us on this live stream tonight. I'll be expecting your message. I'll be expecting your DM. I'll be expecting you to send me that message. Tutoayo, I got this tomorrow. All right? 40, 50, and above. That is my standard for you all. Now let's take this. Okay. Dash is a scholar. Okay, just a moment. No. Reliable institution for managing conflicts can promote sustainable dash. A reliable institution for managing peace can promote sustainable dash. Yes, sustainable peace. Wonderful. sustainable peace. Also, this should be question 17. All right, it shouldn't be 15, it should be 17. So we have 18. The technique of using graphic symbols to represent and examine the relationship and concern of parties to a conflict is known as dash. The technique of using graphic symbols, the usage of graphic symbols, all right, to represent and examine the relationship, to represent and examine the relationship, okay, the relationship and concern of parties, the relationship of parties to a conflict of parties to a conflict is known as dash. Please, how are you getting the answers? Everything looks strange to me. Miss Faith, there's a lot you are missing then. There's a lot you are missing, Miss Faith. Just reach out to me after the class. All right? Just reach out to me after the class. What you are seeing today did not just start today. Majority of them are in the private class, and some have the keynote. Some have been following through. All right? It did not just start today. There's a lot to what you are seeing. All right? But nevertheless, just reach out to me after the class, man. It's your first time journey. No wahala. All right? It's okay. It's okay. There are things to be done. Thank you very much. Mapping. Question 19. Okay, I will check that after my class. Nigeria is an example of a dash society. Example of a dash society. Please, can I also reach out to you after the class, my first time? Yes, I'm pretty much accessible. Just go to our official website, www.tutorio.net, and use the WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner to send me a direct message. So we have the message. I beg your pardon. We have a question. Nigeria is an example of dash society. I'm so exhausted. It's been a long day. I'm just trying to push this. About 8 classes back to back today. I think the same thing is happening tomorrow. Okay. Yes, democratic. Yes, democratic. All right. Network issue on your end. Yeah, it's a general problem. The dash dimension of peace. The dash dimension of peace building focuses on the social conditions that foster, let's put it this way, the dash dimension of peace building all right, dash dimension of peace building focuses on the social, focuses on the social conditions. Mrs. Regina, is it better now? Okay. The dash dimension of peace focuses, all right, the dash dimension of peace building focuses on the social conditions. Okay, let's keep the answers rolling in. Also, we have structural. Yes, wonderful. We have that as structural. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. And the last question says, it's been a wonderful time. Thank you very much, everyone. For those who are just joining us, for those who have been with us, thank you very much. I have Mrs. Regina, one of our exceptional, all right, not just effective, but also exceptional students in the private class. She has been with us since our 100 level second semester, all right, and she has been supporting the channel in every way she can, and she has been very effective and punctual. We also have Elias Yomi, also an exceptional student. We have Miss Tasha, Mr. John, all are all exceptional. We have Miss Noah, Miss Balogun. I think this is Miss Balogun Ibe. I'm seeing you just in this revision classes we've been having for some time now. I have Miss Philomena. I think this name is also this face is also new. I have Miss Faith also new. Thank you very much, everyone. Miss Kemi. All right. I just want to encourage each and every one of us that there's a lot to what you see in now. A lot. There's a lot going on. Nothing happens by magic. It is by consistency. And that's why we are here to make sure you achieve that good result you want to achieve. That is why we are here. That is the all and sundry to help students, not only in the National Open University, students across all universities, both locally and internationally. To reach out, students that reach out to us and come in contact with us, see how we can help them understand their study. Because in open distance learning, you are allowed to study and work. All right. And for the kind of situations we have found ourselves in Nigeria, work is demanding, and the majority of us are even family man and family woman, families to attend to, work to attend to, and education as well. So we are here, Tuayo is here to help, all right, whereby we help you, and we assist in learning all your courses throughout the semester. Is what we do throughout the semester when you join the private class. This is not the private class, actually, it's a general division class. But in the private class, which is as against next semester, when you join, we walk you through all your courses one after the other. All right. We go on YouTube. We also go on Telegram, where we have one-on-one discussion, personal discussion on what you have learned, what you don't understand. All these things we do in the private class. All right. But for now, we're no longer accepting students into private class. I'm saying this on behalf of next semester. Even before you register for the semester, you can reach out to us and we can start your classes early. I wish you all the best in your exams tomorrow. And don't forget to request the keynote of this course tonight after this class. Just go to our official website, www.tutorial.net, where you find the WhatsApp button on the top right hand corner to send me a DM. All the best. Do have a wonderful night. Bye for now.